Okay, if you want abs, this is the way I like to do it. Okay, you're gonna use a Swiss ball and you're gonna go into extension, so you open up the fibers and stretch them out as you do this, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take both to fatigue. So you don't even have to use a weight, but it makes it harder. Okay, my head goes back, I'm on the ball, my tailbone's touching, and I roll up from the abs. So my head comes first, and then I crunch everything in. I don't need to go higher than this because that's full contraction, okay? Then I go back, inhale, everything touches, and I roll up, contract in. You can also change a bit of angle if you want to change the angle. You're going to do that to fatigue. After you do that, you're going to find a door frame or one of these, and you're going to get the lower abdominals more. So what I'm doing here is I hold onto this, I center, okay, I bring my knees up, I curl in and go up. I roll down, core on, curl in and go up, and just shorten those lower fibers as my head stays in a neutral position, not like this, right? Head's aligned, and you cook the lower abs. Now, for a lot of you, the lower abs will be more important. Why? Because the external obliques and the transverse abdominis and the lower fibers of rectus abdominis mainly are the lower abs. But those external obliques are the main things, because most people's pain is a rotational effect, and they counter rotation. So if I have an anterior tilt, remember it connects front pockets, right? So pubis down to these ribs, it lengthens those lower abs. Now, if I have a posterior tilt, see how it shortens the abs? But to be honest, it's rarely that. It's usually coupled with a shift, so then it lengthens it again. So you get the people like this, lengthen external oblique, people like this, lengthen the external oblique. Therefore, we really need to get strong using those lower fibers in that sagittal plane, and then you could do something like get strong at keeping like this in, these lines here, right? As I, even just going like this, right? And making sure I'm keeping that glute together, using those fibers to rotate, because when I rotate my ribcage to the right, the external oblique is synergistic with the internal oblique on this side. So this shortens, and then that shortens to turn myself to the right. So always feel, if you're like this, you probably need to do the other way, okay?